Hi everyone, I'm Francesco. So this will be one of the last sessions of the day. Be pleasure to be here to represent Sisal. Sisal is a part of Flutter International. In this session, I will bring you how Sisal work for manage expectation and customer centricity, thanks to experimentation process that we have placed in the last 1 year. So how we present this session, explain the principle that we Sisal use daily in our marketing technology stack, how is the process of the journey that we manage, and final, the transformation that we have managed in the last 1 year. So before that, I will introduce you Sisal. So Sisal is an Italian company that have a vertical experience in lottery, betting, and casino. Obviously, the experience that we have made in the past 20 years coming from the retail side. So the company built the expertise starting from the shop and then move to the online, with a complexity that today manage the digital environment and the retail environment. This type of approach in the last year evolved in the journey that we have planned design with our marketing team in a complex and infinite loop of a step that our customer play in our digital environment. So the complexity that we have in Italy is more due to the market complexity that Italians have. If you understand how we can manage a marketing campaign with advertising ban that we have locally thanks to our regulator, the complexities on the market with a high competition that we have, and obviously a complexity that we need to manage between retail and online. Focus on the journey of the infinite loop that we have, we define a mission, so how we would like to create an experience to our customer. And what we have decided in the last few years is to create an epic player experience that could be focused in build a trust and long relationship with our customers, thanks to an engaging and relevant, easy to use expectation from them. So this type of approach move forward from an easy journey that we have made, starting from the web to the app, to a more complex and omni-channel experience that we have today. So coming to the principles that are engaging, relevant, and easy to use, we move forward with our digital assets, so our mobile app. And thanks to Optimove, we integrate the expertise that we have played in the last 1 year to deliver this type of principle in our digital asset. So when we talk about an engaging experience, we talk about an engaging experience from Francesco or for a different segment that we have in order to deliver content in a right way. So we move forward to dedicate content for each segment and then deliver inside our mobile app. The engaging part is more understanding which type of content we would like to deliver in the casino, lottery, or in gaming environment, thanks to a personalization for the real that in the last 1 year we activate thanks to OptiX solution. And the last thing is the easy to use. If I consider my personal expertise to use mobile app or mobile experience, I would like to have a familiar approach for search, identify, and find product as service in our mobile app. So also here, we implement the engine to identify games, services directly for the search bar in our mobile app. This type of approach coming on the beginning of our journey. So how we could deliver an epic player experience. The epic player experience was driven our decision-making for our business model, our operation model, and our execution. And we bring together in order to have a seamless, consistent strategy. The execution is a critical part because we need to build a new team dedicated for the integration of the platform that we have, and the operation model bring together data, process, and technology that in the past was split in between different silos inside the organization. How we do that? Starting, obviously, from people and the team that was put in place in our organization inside the online Italian market. So at the beginning, was the journey driven by people that work in different teams, in IT, in marketing, in analytics part, and we decided to create 3 different teams dedicated for the marketing architecture. So we built a data analytics team that have directly access to our raw data in a production environment, understand the phenomenon of our customer, try to predict what could be market trend, and obviously work together with the marketing team to design and plan our campaign. The second team was the platform technology team. We decided to move people from the IT team to inside the marketing online team with a real accountability of the platform. When we talk about platform, we talk about Optimove, we talk about our player account manager, we talk about our promotion engine. And this team have the accountability to define a roadmap in a strategic approach with a long partnership with our supplier. They are accountable for the evolution in the year, they are accountable for the infrastructure, and they are accountable for the investment that we need to put in place for the roadmap. And the last team is the demand team. The demand team has the objective to collect requests, new changes, new evolution of the platform coming from the marketing, the sales, the probably retail team, and define the priority in order to have a common roadmap for the next 12 months. And these teams work together in order to manage the single vertical for the marketing technology to the sales or the digital one. So coming back to the journey, we move forward the marketing technology stack and define which type of journey we would like to achieve with our customer, starting to a very specific use case, very smaller, in order to test and learn the result we would like to achieve. The journey obviously will be split between prospect and customer, because the segmentation that we have is more focused about the conversion at the beginning and the retention for our customer. Here, we define with our online marketing team which are the main goals that we would like to achieve inside the prospect area or inside the retention area. And then we move directly on the platform side. So thanks to the knowledge that in the last 8 years we built on the marketing side, and in the last 4 years with Optimove team, we decided to have 3 different areas of work with our team. The first one obviously will be the data. So data actually manage all the decisions that we made in the marketing aspect and try to stress the fact that when we need to launch a new campaign, we would like to define before the KPI we would like to measure. And inside the data, we define also the modeling that today will be needed to run a campaign in terms of attribute, fields, characteristics that the customer have in order to identify a single profile of the customer or the prospect. And the second area is the segmentation. So starting from the data, understanding which are the personas that we would like to achieve, we define a segmentation approach. Segmentation that today focusing on the customer level. Customer is very important in our environment when you have different products like lottery, gaming, and betting, because the journey that they have is totally different. Consider the lottery player with a casino player or a betting player. They have a different attitude, different approach, different customer lifetime value. So we need to have a segmentation that could bring us in terms of acquiring new lottery player, acquiring a betting player, and then move forward in a cross-selling, upselling approach. And then the last but not least and less important, the delivery phase. So in a complex environment where we have a multiple app, multiple shop environment, an omni-channel approach, the delivery phase is important in order to create a relevant, engaging, and easy-to-use content. In that approach, obviously, the right channel that we use with Optimove collect us to bring this type of delivery directly to the mobile phone of our customer, directly in their mail, directly in the shop that the customer is normally use for their gaming activity. And this type of approach, obviously, the part of recommendation and personalization have a huge impact in the last year, thanks to OptiX. Now, what we have planned in a just small use case. So starting from the classic orchestration approach, we move forward to the streaming one. So the streaming one was able to scale up our customer journey in order to collect information about the propensity of the customer to respond in our campaign and move forward from, for example, a not deposit customer to a new deposit customer. And the streaming approach was the game changer that we have made in place last year, moving most of our campaign to a classic campaign orchestration to a streaming one, involving our digital asset in a more engaging part where the customer interact directly with our marketing team, and the marketing team could collect new data points in order to improve the campaign and measure the results. How we do that in terms of partnership with Optimove? So we talk about process, we talk about data, and also we talk about technology. The major important phase that we have done in our partnership with Optimove was to set up a team that worked together with Optimove to define the use case that we would like to achieve, to define the technology way to achieve that use case, and plan together the roadmap for this type of use case, starting from very small results and then scale to a solution. This type of approach was agreed with Optimove and driven thanks to our customer success manager that organized team and professional service in order to achieve our results. We define a more practical way to collaborate with a local workshop that we have made in our office, and we then moved to London to have a consistency update of information that we have used inside Optimove. And this approach was another point of success of our environment in order to scale up for a new case that we would like to achieve in the next 1 year. And the approach that we have received from Optimove was a kindly very smart for improve the scale up of the use cases and then adopt new technology that Optimove could guarantee. So the major things that we need to consider when we talk about partnership with such amazing platform and quite smart guys is focusing on technology, people, and process. We see about what was the major result that we would like to achieve, and now we could go forward what could be the final result that we have in mind for the next years. So the main takeaway that we can suggest, obviously, every company, every market could have different results, different approach, and obviously different characteristics of their market. But this takeaway probably are the DNA or the evolution of our roadmap. So the first one is to drive the approach directly starting from the use case. And that was the major result that we had playing in the last year. So starting from very smart use case, test the technology, understand how the team could work together is a best practice that we achieve. The second one is the capability build. When we talk about deliver an email, deliver a push notification, engage a customer directly in our mobile app, the point that we start to thinking about is the delivery a building block capability. The building block is something that is an independent model that could scale up in any other use case that we have in the future. So the capability building block, for example, to create a push notification for the deposit could be used in any other type of use case direct engage for the deposit scenario. So we define a building block that could scale in terms of engagement and in terms of process internally in Sisal. And then we move forward to use this building block also in the future. The last things that obviously we collect in the last 1 year is the people partnership. So we see inside the slide how one team could work together in order to define priority, expectation that we have, and achievable that we would like to maintain. And this type of approach with Optimove was an amazing approach because we define the priority, define the KPI, identify what would be the result that the marketing team achieve, and then work together in the same way, in a single approach with a team that was fully dedicated to us. And that type of approach was something that changed the approach of our expectation, and obviously have an engagement of our leadership team in order to sponsor an evolution of the platform for the future.
And that's probably are the most important things that are interesting for us and what will evolve in the next 1 year. So thank you for your time, and see you soon.